From this video, you will get tips to prepare for MS-102, Microsoft 365 Administrator exam. What is MS-102, Microsoft 365 Administrator? Responsibilities of a Microsoft 365 Administrator. Prerequisites for the MS-102 exam. Skills measured in the MS-102 exam. How to best prepare for the MS-102 exam. One. You have a Microsoft 365 E5 subscription that contains devices onboarded to Microsoft Defender for Endpoint. You integrate Microsoft Defender for Cloud Apps with Defender for Endpoint. You need to identify which cloud apps and services were used most during the last 30 days. What should you do? A. Generate a Cloud Discovery Snapshot Report. B. Generate a monthly Security Summary Report. C. Create a Threat Analytics Alert Notification. D. Generate a Cloud Discovery Executive Report. Answer: B. 2. You have a Microsoft 365 E5 subscription. You plan to create an anti-malware policy named Policy 1. You need to ensure that Policy 1 can detect malicious email messages that were already delivered to a user's mailbox. What should you do in the Microsoft Defender portal? A. Enable Zero-Hour Auto Purge, ZAP. B. Modify the Common Attachments filter. C. Configure a quarantine policy. D. Enable enhanced filtering. Answer: A. 3. You have a Microsoft 365 E5 subscription. Administrators are issued FID02 security keys. You need to create a conditional access policy that will use a FID02 security key as an authentication method. Which access controls option should you select for the policy? A. Require token protection for sign-in sessions. B. Require approved client app. C. Require authentication strength. D. Require multi-factor authentication. Answer: C. 4. You have a Microsoft 365 E5 subscription and use Microsoft Defender for Endpoint. Defender for Endpoint has tamper protection enabled. You have a device named Device 1 that is onboarded to Defender for Endpoint. You need to configure antivirus and real-time protection for Device 1. What should you do in the Microsoft Defender portal? A. Enable troubleshooting mode. B. Initiate a live response session. C. Isolate Device 1. D. Create a device group. Answer: A. 5. You have a Microsoft 365 is subscription that includes Microsoft Intune. You manage all iOS devices by using Intune. You plan to protect corporate-owned iOS devices by using Microsoft Defender for Endpoint. You configure a connection between Intune and Defender for Endpoint. You need to onboard the devices to Defender for Endpoint. What should you do? A. Enable Microsoft Defender for Cloud. B. Create an app protection policy. C. Download an onboarding package. D. Add an app to Intune. Answer: B. 6. You have a Microsoft 365 is subscription and use Microsoft Defender for cloud apps. You register a cloud app named App 1 in Microsoft Entra 10. You need to create an access policy for Apple. What should you do first? A. Configure an app connector to Defender for cloud apps. B. Add a Security Information and Event Management (SLEM) agent to Defender for cloud apps. C. Create an app tag for App 1. D. Deploy conditional access app control to App 1. Answer: C. 7. You have a Microsoft 365 subscription. You need to be notified to your personal email address when a Microsoft Exchange Online service issue occurs. What should you do? A. From the Microsoft 365 Admin Center, customize the service health settings. B. From the Microsoft Outlook client, configure an inbox rule. C. From the Microsoft 365 Admin Center, update the technical contact details. D. From the Exchange Admin Center, create a contact. Answer: A. 8. You have a Microsoft 365 E5 subscription that uses Azure Advanced Threat Protection, ATP. You need to create a detection exclusion in Azure ATP. Which tool should you use? A. The Security and Compliance Admin Center. B. Microsoft Defender Security Center. C. The Microsoft 365 Admin Center. D. The Azure Advanced Threat Protection Portal. E. The Cloud App Security Portal. Answer: D. 9. You have a Microsoft 365 tenant. You plan to manage incidents in the tenant by using the Microsoft Defender XDR. Which Microsoft service source will appear on the incidents page of the Microsoft Defender portal? A. Microsoft Defender for Cloud Apps. B. Microsoft Defender for Cloud. C. Azure Arc. D. Azure Information Protection. Answer: D. 10. Your network contains an on-premises Active Directory domain. The domain contains 2,000 computers that run Windows 10. You purchase a Microsoft 365 subscription. You implement password hash synchronization and Azure AD Seamless Single Sign-On, Seamless SSO. You need to ensure that users can use Seamless SSO from the Windows 10 computers. What should you do? A. Join the computers to Azure AD. B. Create a conditional access policy in Azure AD. C. Modify the intranet zone settings by using group policy. D. Deploy an Azure AD Connect staging server. Answer: C. Subscribe and like. Pass question.